What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the What a Juice channel. Welcome back to the Retro Miami Dolphins rebuild here on Madden 21 on the PC. That is right, we are back with another episode, and today's episode is the off season of 2007. We are going to be doing the free agency. We are going to be doing the 2008 NFL draft. It's going to all be in this video. We're going to be making some roster changes and everything in this episode. So make sure you stick around to the entire episode, see what happens at the end. I have no idea what's going to happen, but you guys may already know what's going to happen. I don't know. But make sure you smash that like button as well. Hit the notification bell and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and let's get into the video. All right, here we are in the off season. Well, postseason, because we did not make the playoffs. Tragically, we lost in week 17 to the Cincinnati Bengals and Carson Palmer, who absolutely lit us up on defense, lit up our defense, and put 33 points on the board against us. So that's what happens. That's what happens. So we are going to be skipping the playoffs like we usually do. We have not made the playoffs these first 3 seasons. I thought this year might be the first year, but we finish 9-7, I'm pretty sure, right? We finished 9-7. Yeah, we do finish 9. Look at that. We finished 9-7, and yet we finished at the bottom of the AFC East because we lost to the Jets and the Bills probably twice. So it is what it is. We'll be better. We are currently a 79 overall team with an 83 offense and an 83 or a 76 defense. So we need some improvement. Calvin Johnson is looking like a absolute beast, an absolute monster. He's 87 overall, so we're definitely going to stick with him. But speaking of wide receivers, David Boston, got to go. We didn't offer you a contract. You're 30 years old, got to go. Marty Booker, got to go. 32 years old, 77 overall, you're going to start regressing. We didn't offer you a contract either, so you got to go as well. So that's the first order of business for this off-season video. We've got to trade David Boston, and we've got to trade Marty Booker. So who wants good old David Boston? A lot of teams want David Boston. I love David Boston personally, so it hurts me to actually trade him away, but we got to trade him because we don't need his contract, and we don't need his age. He's a little too old for us right now. We're trying to get younger. We're trying to get cheaper. The Ravens don't really need him. The Saints would like him. They have the first overall pick. Is there a way we could get the first overall pick for David Boston? There might be an actual way that we could get the first overall, back-to-back first overall picks. Would that actually be possible? We have a ton of picks here. I'll give you a 4th round pick as well. You want to do that too? And I'll give you like a 3rd round pick in next year's draft. Is that good enough to do it? That's actually almost good. Oh my God, we're going to get the first overall pick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we just got the first overall pick in the draft for David effing Boston. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. GM Juice knows what he's doing. And now we trade Marty Booker. Who wants Marty? Who wants good old Marty? The Broncos would like Marty Booker. Now, this is where we need to just get some depth. Maybe we get a player. Is there anybody here that I would take? A wide receiver flip? No. Malcolm Floyd, not really what I'm looking for. Nobody here. Nobody here. The Broncos don't really have anything that I would like to trade. Champ Bailey, I mean, no, I didn't think so, but I just had to try it. Now, the Broncos don't have anything really that I want, so this is where we just go and get some depth, maybe like a 3rd and a 4th for Marty Booker. Yes, I don't really want to trade anything else though. Maybe I give you one of my many 7th round picks that I have, and then I give you like a 5th round pick next year. Is that going to be good enough for you? If I do a higher 7th round pick, how does that make you feel? Is that sweeten the pot a little bit for you? It almost does. What about if I make this a 3rd and a 5th? Does that sweeten the pot for you, Broncos? It does. So we just got 3 draft picks for 2 aging wide receivers that we don't really need anymore. That's absolutely perfect. Perfect. Let's check out this draft. Look at this. The first overall pick in back-to-back years. We've got how many third rounds? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 third-round picks. We're definitely going to be trading one of those probably to get some picks next year. But I am hyped now. Let's go and simulate the playoffs. We're going to keep Brian Flores, I think, right? Yeah, we still have our head coach. So we're going to keep Brian Flores, and then I'll see you guys at the Pro Bowl when we can check out the Pro Bowl roster. All right, here we are in the Pro Bowl. A.J. Feely makes quarterback 3 in the Pro Bowl at 72 overall, so good for him. Ricky Williams makes it as running back 2 on the Pro Bowl. That's not Calvin Johnson. That's I'm guessing that's Chad Johnson. David Boston over on the NFC side does make the Pro Bowl, but we traded him, so he's on the NFC. So I guess that counts technically as... yeah, that would count as our player because he played the whole season for us. So how many is that? That's 3 now on the team. Vernon Davis, that's 4. I'm checking. Marty Booker didn't make it either, did he? No, Marty Booker didn't make it, so that's 4 still. Jahari Evans is 5. Donald Penn is 6. Not seeing anybody else that I know that I recognize. Zach Thomas is 7. Eric Weddle's 8. And that's it. So 8 Pro Bowlers in total for the Miami Dolphins this year. That's very good for us. And as you can see up in the top of your screen, it is going to be the New England Patriots versus the Washington Football Team in the 3rd ever Super Bowl here in the rebuild. Remember, the Patriots won in year number 1. The football team won in year number 2. And now they clash in year number 3. Let's check out the playoff bracket. Let's see what happened. The Broncos upset the Memphis Egyptians 34-20. The Bills upset the Jags. And the Ravens beat the Jets. Over on the NFC side, the football team beats the Eagles. Falcons upset the Cardinals. And Cowboys upset the Lions. And then the Patriots handled the Broncos. And the Bills upset the Ravens. And Buccaneers beat the Falcons. Football team beat the Cowboys. And then the Patriots just blew out the Bills 24-0. And the football team squeaks by the Buccaneers to get to the Super Bowl. Year 1 Super Bowl champs versus year 2 Super Bowl champs. Who's going to be the first ever 2-time Super Bowl champion in this rebuild? Will it be the Patriots or will it be the football team? My guess is going to be the Patriots because they're my favorite team. So let's find out. All right, we're back here, and it looks like the Washington Football Team is your Super Bowl champions for year number 3, the 2007 season. And they do defeat my New England Patriots. That's fine. But the Washington Football Team, congratulations to you guys. You are now 2-time Super Bowl champions in this rebuild. So let's check out retirements. Anybody of note? Lawyer Malloy is gone. Who else retires? Keyshawn Johnson retires after 12 seasons. Brett Favre is gone. He was on the Cardinals, I didn't realize. He's gone now after 17 seasons. Marshall Faulk, after 14 seasons, is retired. We lose a couple of guys. Zach Thomas retires after 12 seasons. So there goes our middle linebacker. Mike Vrabel also retires after 11 seasons. He can go coach the Tennessee Titans now. And our center also retires. So that's not good. Marvin Harrison retires. Anybody else? Joe Horn retires. He was in free agency. Tabucky Jones. Michael Pittman retires. Kevin Falk retires. John Kitna. Deuce Staley. Jay Fiedler. Nobody else really of note. Trent Dilfer. Nobody else really of note. That's everybody that retires. There's some big names for the Dolphins that retired. We're going to have to find out some replacements. All right, here we are in free agency. Let's check out who we have. We have $64 million in cap room, and Jonathan Ogden is here. We don't need Jonathan Ogden because we have Andrew Whitworth, plus we're going to have to spend a lot of money. He's 34 years old. He's not really worth spending that much money. So is Walter Jones, 34. Not really worth spending that much money. But Phillip Rivers is here. That's an interesting one. We do need a better quarterback than A.J. Feely, but who am I kidding? I mean, A.J. Feely took us to almost the playoffs and made the Pro Bowl. So, plus we got him under contract for 5 years. So maybe we just trade A.J. Feely and get like a bridge quarterback for a year. I don't know. I'm going to think on that one. As for running back, not really looking like anything decent is here. We may need to trade Ricky Williams. Marty Booker got released. Or he didn't get released, but his contract is up. That's why we traded him. It looks like the Saints did sign David Boston, but the team that we traded to Marty Booker to did not keep him. Nobody else is looking that good either at wide receiver. Tight end situation's very, very solid right now. We don't really need a tight end. Ben Watson's there, though. He's got a lot of offers. The Super Bowl champion's looking to bring him in. Left tackle we already discussed. Left guard we don't need. Center we do need. And I'm going to go bring in this 73-year-old, 75 overall. Wait, was he? He's a 73 overall, 35-year-old center for a little bit of money, just to have a center just in case we don't get one in the draft. Right guard is fine. Right tackle is fine. Defense, nobody here's overall is good enough for me to warrant bringing them in. I know we need a left end. We may just have to draft one. Defensive tackle, everybody's overall is just bad. I mean, Kelly Gregg would be a decent one to be like a second string for a year maybe. If we just lower that a little bit, we could bring in Kelly Gregg just to get another defensive tackle in there. Nobody there. Left outside linebacker. AJ Hawk is up to a 74 overall now, so that's perfect. We do need a middle linebacker, but I'm not seeing a middle linebacker here that I want. Plus the overalls are not really matching what I need to have. Derek Brooks is here. We could bring Derek Brooks in just for a year because it's Derek Brooks. I know he's 35 years old. We tried to bring him in last year, but we got outbid. I'll put you at $2.5 million. I'll pay you $7 million to bring in Derek Brooks. Corner Will Allen. He has no bids. He's 30 years old. I'd like to have Will Allen here, maybe for 2 years and about $10.5 million. That'd be fine. I wouldn't be mad at Will Allen for 2 years. As for free safety, we need a backup, and Mike Adams is here cheap. So $4.6 million over 2 years is not bad. We don't need a backup here. Eric Weddle's already taken over. Our kicker and punter are still here. So our negotiations are Derek Brooks, Will Allen, Kelly Gregg, Corey Raymer, and Mike Adams, just to fill out some depth. And then obviously our draft picks. How many corners do we actually have on the roster? Because I know that I didn't bring back a couple of corners in contract negotiations. We have 4 corners currently on the roster. If we sign that Will Allen, we'll have 5 corners. So we're definitely going to need to draft a corner in the draft. That may be who we take with our #1 pick. I don't know. Or maybe I surprise everybody and take Matt Ryan. I don't know. But let's simulate to the next week and find out if anybody did sign with us. All right, so Kelly Gregg accepts. The center Raymer accepts. Will Allen is accepted his contract, and Derek Brooks accepts his contract as well. So we got everybody that we wanted, I'm pretty sure, right? That's retirements. I'm pretty sure we got everybody that I offered a contract to. Oh, we need Mike Adams still. But, oh, the Broncos coming in for Mike Adams. I don't think I'm going to fight that. They can have him. I'll just get somebody else, I guess. This guy doesn't have any offers. I'll bring him in. It's fine. We don't need to fight it. He doesn't have any offers. If Mike Adams wants to go to the Broncos, that's fine. If he wants to go to us, that's fine too. Now I need to scout some more players. I've scouted a lot of guys. Now I'm just going. I scouted the main guys that we need to scout. Now I'm just going through and scouting like all the rest of them just to have their combine grades and all that stuff, all their attributes ready, so that in case I want to draft them, then it's ready. So now we get to go to free agency 3 and see if Mike Adams chooses us or the Broncos. All right, so Mike Adams has chosen the Broncos over us, which is completely fine, although the other free safety did not choose anybody yet. No, he hasn't even gotten another offer yet, so he's just going to hold out a little bit longer on being our backup free safety because we've got Antoine Bethea at the starting free safety spot right now. And once I get all these guys scouted, it should be time for the NFL draft. Oh, we got one more free agency period to simulate. So we'll simulate that. I'll catch up with you guys. All right, so a little bit of free agency recap before we go into the draft. That free safety did end up signing with us, so he is now our backup free safety for the season. You guys know the rest. Jonathan Ogden goes to the 49ers. Walter Jones to the Chiefs. Phillip Rivers to the Raiders. Damian Woody to the Raiders as well. Steve McNair to the Browns. Bolger to the Seahawks. Julius Jones to the Titans. Anybody else of note? Ben Watson to the Bucks. Kurt Warner to the Chiefs. Didn't they just get somebody? They got Walter Jones to protect Kurt Warner's blind side. Sean Springs, where did he go? To Chiefs. Anybody else? This was a kind of a lesser free agent class. Marty Booker goes to the Jets. So now it's time for the 2008 NFL Draft. Let's start the drafting process. Boom, let's get it. Pick one. We are ready to go. Let's just be a little bit curious and see what we could get for the number 1 overall pick. So we could move back. All right, so 3 teams want to move up. They're offering us 2 first-round picks each and a second-round pick this year as well. So this might be the move. So the Texans want to move up from pick 4. Right? No? Oh, they want to move up from pick 15. I didn't see that. The Raiders want to move up from pick 4 this year. They'll give us a first-round pick next year and a second-round pick this year as well. And we can also move back to the 5th overall pick and get the 5th overall pick next year and get a second-round pick this year as well. So this Panthers offer looks pretty good. I think we do this. I'm going to pause the draft like I always do. I'm going to go to the player board, and I'm going to make sure that there's nobody here that I really, really want at pick 1. We don't need a left tackle. We're good with that. Right end is really the only thing in the top half that I probably need to get. And Chris Long might go. But then again, we have Calais Campbell as well as an option, who's in the second round, so we could obviously get Calais Campbell. So I think we do that Panthers deal to get 2 first-round picks, 1 this year, 1 next year, and then a second-round pick this year as well that we could also use to possibly trade. So I'm going to accept this deal with the Panthers. We're going to move back in the draft. Trade offer was accepted. Who do the Panthers take with the first pick in the NFL draft? They take Jake Long, who is a 73 overall left tackle. Now the Vikings, they take Chris Long, right end out of Virginia, 72 overall. That's fine. Glenn Dorsey goes to the Titans. And Cedric Ellis, a very big reach and a miss for the Raiders. Now what are we looking like here? Could we trade back again? We could get a lot of draft picks back again. I don't know if it's really worth it, though. I think we got to take somebody with this pick. Matt Ryan is still here, which is interesting. Matt Ryan is still here. Who do we take with this 5th overall pick? I'm probably leaning towards one of these 2 linebackers, either Keith Rivers, who looks very good, or Gerard Mayo, who also looks very good. He's projected to be late first round and mid-first round for Gerard Mayo. What about corner situation? Corner situation is as follows. Aqib Talib looks very good, mid-first rounder, and early first rounder for DRC. He looks super good. 4.3 40. Ooh, this is tricky. What about Leotis McKelvin? He doesn't look as good. Ooh, this is tricky business here. This is very, very interesting. What do we do here? Do I take one of those linebackers? It would probably be Keith Rivers who we take. Although we need Gerard Mayo at middle linebacker. I guess I could just move Keith Rivers to middle linebacker. Or maybe move A.J. Hawk to middle linebacker. Do something like that. What do we need? What do we need? We need a corner. Those guys are down here, so we might be able to get them later in the draft. I have a feeling that one of these guys is going to be gone. I got to take Keith Rivers. He seems like the best option. Let's draft Keith Rivers out of USC. He's a 71 overall with hidden potential. His stats look better than what I thought they'd be. Gerard Mayo goes the very next pick, and he was a better, higher overall, 74 overall. That sucks. That does hurt a lot. Leotis McKelvin goes next. Matt Ryan to the Chiefs. He ends up being a 79 overall. Ryan Clady to the Bengals. Brandon Albert to the Browns. DRC to the Seahawks. Gosder Childress. Derek Harvey. Aqib Talib to the Bears. All right, so we're not doing very good right now. So my corners situation now sucks because Aqib Talib is gone. Gerard Mayo is gone. We still got Calais Campbell, who we could probably get in the second round. Oh, I need to take a corner. Do I take Mike Jenkins? He's got early second grade on him. Antoine Caisson has a mid-first round grade. Brandon Flowers. Oh, now I'm just depressed. I didn't get anybody that I want, and I got the lesser of the two linebackers, Keith Rivers. So this draft is already not going very well. What did CJ run? He ran a 4.2 40. My God. What did Jamal run? A 4.3 40. So either one of those guys would be perfect to have. I wouldn't care either one. Jordy Nelson is still here, but we need a lineman. Some sort of lineman. Calais Campbell. Would that really be much of a reach, though? Vernon Golston. He looks like a late 6th round bust. Quentin Groves. How did he look? 4.5. He looks decent. Curtis Lofton. Looks okay. Philip Wheeler in the 3rd round. Charles Godfrey's got a 1st round talent on him. We got a 1st round grade on him. Dwight Lowry has a 2nd round grade on him. Brandon Carr and Orlando Scandrick both have 2nd round grades on them, but they're both in the 5th round projection. So maybe we go and we wait for a corner until a little bit later. That might be the move. There are a couple of good options at corner. But who's here at pick 16 that we really need to take? I'm not going to take Darren McFadden, I don't think. He doesn't really do it for me. But who's here? Who do we take? I didn't really look at linemen. Dwayne Brown. Josh Sitton is still here, but he's got a 5th round grade on him. Or a 5th round projection on him. I think we take Calais Campbell. I know it says 2nd round on him, but there's not really anybody else here that I want. And we need a right end. So let's take Calais Campbell. He's a 74 overall with hidden potential. That's perfect. Thank you, Calais Campbell. You did your job. Sam Baker goes. Jeff Ota goes. Mike Jenkins. Antoine Caisson was a 72 overall. Dwayne Brown, 75. CJ goes to the Cardinals. He's a 75 overall. Vernon Golston, a 62. Poor Memphis there. Flowers. Jordy Nelson to the Broncos. Tracy Porter to the Falcons. Kenny Phillips.
The Buccaneers are now on the
Curtis Lofton was a 68, so it's a good thing I didn't take him. Donnie Avery. John Carlson. Jerome Simpson. Philip Merlin. Deshaun Jackson goes the pick before us. All right, so running back situation is now probably solely Jamal Charles since CJ is gone. Wide receiver, there's still some decent ones down here. Mario Manningham, Pierre Garçon still, so he's pretty underrated right now. Cliff Avrill's also here. Philip Wheeler in the 3rd round. Charles Godfrey's got a late 1st round grade on him. Does that mean he's going to be a bust, or does that mean that he's a steal? He's projected to be an early 3rd rounder. We're in the early 2nd round, so who do I need to take? Do I need to take one of these running backs? These running backs really fell. What are my picks? My picks the 16th pick and then the 8th pick in the 3rd round. So I probably gotta get somebody here at the 5th pick and then go and get a running back next. But who do I want to get here? Quentin Groves looks all right, but is it really worth it to get Quentin Groves at the 2nd round? I mean, there's always Kendall Langford, I guess, or maybe Cliff Averill. Cliff Averill might not be that much of a reach. He's an early 3rd round projection. I think we take Cliff Averill. What do him and William Hayes look like? I think Cliff Averill's the better of the option. Let's take Cliff Averill. He's a 67 overall with hidden development. All right, so we missed on Cliff Averill. He may grow into something, but that was a little bit of a reach. I shouldn't have taken him.
The Seahawks are now
Jonathan Stewart goes to the Seahawks. Matt Forte to the Colts.
The Bears are now on the clock.
Quentin Groves was a 68 overall, so I would have missed on him as well. All right, let's take one of those running backs. Darren McFadden is still here, so there's probably the option to get Darren McFadden. But do we go for Ray Rice or Jamal Charles? I think we go for Jamal Charles. Or we go for Darren McFadden. Darren ran a 4.340. You ran a 4.340 as well. You've got A carrying. He's got A minus carrying with B plus juke move, B stiff arm. He's got B plus juke move and B spin move. 5'11", 200 out of Texas, or Darren McFadden, 6'1", 211 out of Arkansas or Arkansas. Jamal's a 3rd rounder, but he may be gone. I'm going to take Jamal. Screw it. Take Jamal Charles, 71 overall with hidden development. He could be our running back of the future. Who knows? Let's see when Darren McFadden goes the next pick. He's a 70 overall to the Niners. And then Ray Rice goes the very next pick after that to the Rams. He's a 71. So 3 straight running backs. Felix Joe 4 straight running backs. And then Kendall Langford. Charles Godfrey is a 71. That would have been big. We probably should have taken Charles Godfrey. Pat Sims, Rashard Mendenhall to the Broncos. Chris Ellis.
The Patriots
Wheatley, Jeremy Zuta, Harry Douglas, Craig Stevens, Tavares Gooden. Has Jordy Nelson gone yet? Joe Flacco to the Steelers. Did Jordy Nelson go yet? I don't remember seeing his name. He may have gone. I just missed it. Yeah, he must have gone. I just missed it, or just don't remember. All right, corner situation. Brandon Carr has B- zone coverage, B- play rec, and C man coverage. Orlando Scandrick does not look better. So, Brandon Carr, take Brandon Carr. 69 overall, hidden potential. We needed a corner, and I know we reached a little bit. He was a 5th round projection, but I needed to get that corner just to make myself feel better a little bit. So, let's look here. We got another pick. What do we need? We need a wide receiver, probably. But all these guys have kind of bad projections on them. Except for Pierre Garçon down here, but we could get him later. So I'm going to wait on Pierre Garçon. That may end up costing me in the end, but I'm going to wait on Pierre Garçon. I'm going to focus on these defensive guys. Maybe we go and get like a Red Bryant. 6'4", 318. Out of Texas A&M. He's got a 2nd round grade on him from us. That might be the option. Wesley Woodyard is also down there, and then Philip Wheeler is here. That could be an option. So it's probably between Philip Wheeler and Red Bryant. Who do we take here? Phil's got the 3rd round grade on him, and Red's got the 4th round grade on him. So let's take Philip Wheeler first. Hopefully it doesn't cost me. He's a 67 normal. Oh, 67 normal? That's gross.
The Bears are now on the clock.
We do have a pick coming up here. We could take Red Bryant now if we want to. That's probably what I'll do. Let's just take Red Bryant, find out what he is. He is a 69 with hidden. So Probably shouldn't have taken Phil Wheeler, but that's all right.
Patriots
We've got
are
another
now-
D tackle now. We've got some more
Eagles are now
linebacker
on the
depth.
clock. The Memphis Egyptians are now on the
There we go into our next pick. We're running low on picks now. We're gonna have to start trading them to get some more assets. I think this is the time where I take Josh Sitton and maybe move him to center, or we take William Hayes. Do I really want William Hayes? Geno Hayes. I think I'm gonna take Josh Sitton, and maybe we use him as like a trade piece or something. He's a 75 overall with hidden. All right, so we may use him as a trade at some point.
The Cowboys are now on the
But
clock.
now we got to go
The
and
Patriots
make sure
are
that
now
we
on
don't
the clock.
see Pierre Garçon
The Browns
come off
are
the
now on the
board.
clock.
William Hayes was a 66,
The
so it's a good thing
Panthers
that
are
we
now
didn't
on the
take
clock.
him.
The Giants.
Who
are
else
now on
here
the
is going to
clock.
be a steal?
The Browns
Jacob
are now on
Tammy,
the
Dustin Keller was a 59.
The Packers are now on the
Justin
clock.
King,
The Texans are now on
Zachary
the clock.
Bowman, Orlando Scandrick was a 68, so we
Rams are now
got
on the
lucky
clock.
on that.
The Jaguars are now on the clock. The
And now we're
Dolphins
here.
are now
Pierre
on the
Garçon
clock.
has not gone off the board yet. I'm going to take Pierre Garçon already. I know he's got a 7th round grade on him, but I'm going to take him right now. He's a can't-miss player, 65 with hidden. And now we're just going to probably trade the rest of our picks away to get
The
some
Memphis
extra picks.
Egyptians are
Tim
now on the
Hightower
clock.
goes.
The Falcons are now
Mario
on the clock.
Manningham goes. Matthew Slater goes to the Cowboys. He was a 65, so all those wide receivers didn't really look that good. But I am going to check real quickly and make sure there's nobody here that I'm missing that I really need to take. Maybe we take a quarterback here. No, there's really no quarterback here that I would want to take. Running backs, no. Wide receivers we don't need. Tight end we don't need. We've already got that. Center, maybe we take this John Sullivan guy, or we just take him later in the draft if he goes. There's nobody else here. Woodyard is undrafted projection, so we might be able to get him. Kyle Arrington, probably could get him later if we needed to. I don't think there's anybody here that I'm really missing out on, so I'm going to trade this pick and get some more picks for it. Hopefully they're giving me 2. No, they're not giving me 2, so I'll just get 1 pick next year, I guess. Let's go with the Colts. Next
Hold on
year's
now.
pick.
This
I was
pick
hoping
is
they'd give me like a
trading
4th and a 5th next year or something.
The
They used that pick
Buccaneers
to
are
take
now on
Craig
the clock.
Steltz.
The Patriots
Sean
are now on the
Murphy.
clock. The Vikings are now on the clock.
Josh Johnson to the
Panthers
Titans.
are now on the clock. Dolphins are
All
now
right, so
on the
John
clock.
Sullivan already went a couple of picks before me. So there's not really anybody else that I need to get. So I guess we just trade the rest of these picks. We don't need King Dunlap. This was an average draft, I'd say. It wasn't my best, but it certainly wasn't my worst. They're only offering me picks this year. That sucks. So I guess we just trade back a little bit. Let's go with the Buccaneers. Let's just trade back to the Buccaneers pick.
That's
All right, now they're offering me picks. We'll take
I
that
see
Falcons
both teams
pick
filling
next
out
year
cards.
in
You
the
know what
4th
that means?
round, and then
We've
we'll
got a
skip
trade.
to my next pick.
are now on the
We've
clock.
got 2 7th round picks here, and the Bucks are offering me a 6th round
Well, if
pick
you're
next
wondering what
year.
the delay is, I think we've
And
got
then
a
we'll
trade coming
skip
here.
to my pick
The Dolphins
after.
are now on the clock.
And they're offering me some 6th round picks. The Chiefs are next year. That's
Well, wait,
perfect.
looks like both
And now
Warriors
we have
and
just a
Feeders
little bit
get back
more
on the phones.
draft
I think
capital.
that means a trade is coming.
And now we sim to next user pick, and we skip the draft. It was an all right draft. Draft recap. Keith Rivers we missed on. I'll take the blame on that one. I should have taken Gerard Mayo. That was my fault. Calais Campbell we hit on. He's going to be a stud for us. Cliff Averill I did miss on. So this is a bad draft. Now that I look at the overalls of the players we got, a lot of the guys, Pierre Garçon excluding him because he's going to be good, but a lot of these guys that I took higher in the draft probably could have waited on, or maybe not taken it all. I guess we'll just see. It's too early to tell how good these guys are going to be, but maybe we trade Keith Rivers I don't know, but this was not one of my best drafts. Not at all. It's a little bit frustrating. I should have taken Gerard Mayo now looking back on it. That makes me upset. But we did get Josh Sitton in the 3rd round at 75 overall. So either we're going to move him somewhere or we're going to trade him or do something. I don't know what we'll do for him, but it's a good asset to have. But now we move into the 2008 season, the 2009 draft. And I don't know who's in the 2009 draft off the top of my head. I can't remember, to be honest. That is going to do it for this video, though. I am going to simulate to week 3 like we always do, put the 2009 draft in, and that's where the next episode will begin. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. Make sure to smash that like button, the notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!